What's going on, everybody? Jason here from Island Isle Mazda, taking a look at this 2021 Mazda CX-3, and it's got these really nice 16-inch rims with four-wheel disc brakes all around. We got the wraparound headlights here, so everybody knows when you're turning. You got some increased visibility with your turn signals. Beautiful front grille, really nice design language. The CX-3 is kind of a cross between a sedan and a SUV, so we kind of call it like a compact crossover almost, because it's around the same size as a Mazda 3. It's just on a higher ride height, which is great. And hopping in here, hopping into the cabin, it's got the really beautiful, there we go. It's got the really beautiful, like kind of fighter jet cockpit kind of aspect to it. So your start button's right here. So we'll put our foot on the brake and hit the start button. That fires it right up. And we got the Mazda infotainment system here. So this is the GS trim. So it's not the base model and it's not the most luxurious model. So it's kind of in between. So if you're looking for something that is, you don't quite want the really high price tag of the super luxurious item, but you also don't want the base model, this will be perfect for you. So we have our wonderful 6-speed automatic transmission, or gear selector here. So we can go like this. So we flip from park all the way down to drive, and it also has a manual mode as well right here. And then we just flip that into manual. So then when you're in manual, you just kind of touch this up to downshift and down to upshift, which is quite nice. And you just flick it back and that'll put it right back into manual mode. We have our heated seats, and here 1, 2 for the 3-stage for the driver and the passenger. And our heated steering wheel as well for the winter months. That's always nice to have. And then we go over here to the steering wheel, where we have our Bluetooth phone connectivity here, and we have our cruise control on the other side. And this is also the volume selector and the next track button for your music and entertainment. We have a really nice gauge cluster here. So this is an analog right in the middle that'll show your speed and some various readouts, like it's showing right now that we don't have a seatbelt on, but we're not moving. We're just kind of sitting here in the lot today. We have our digital tachometer right over here, and we have our fuel gauge. Let's see, it's really sunny today, so there we go. So it'll show our range and our current fuel, as well as the temperature, which is great. We have over here, we have our headlight controls. This one also has steering wheel mounted shift paddles, which is super nice, just so you don't take your eyes off the road too much. So you got your downshift on the left side and your upshift on the right side. Horn, there we go. I don't know why I didn't know what a horn was, but that's okay. So we're going down over here. So we got our connectivity for USB aux port, and we have our cigarette style power outlet over here, just under here. So you just flip that up to find that one. SD card for navigation. And we have our electronic parking brake with auto hold function. So what that means is if you're in the drive-thru at Starbucks and you don't want to keep your foot on the brake, you just hit the auto hold button, and then your car will keep the brakes applied even if your foot isn't on the brake, which is super helpful so your legs don't get too tired. Climate control vents right over here, and pretty spacious glove box, and it's brand new, so we got all the stuff from the factory still here. And we have this really nice carbon fiber looking trim right on the door sills on both sides. And it looks, at first glance, it looks like there isn't a cup holder, but if you hit this little button right here, one just pops out, and I thought that was kind of neat. So you can put your drink in there, and if you don't want to, or you don't have a drink in the car, then you can just fold that down. That becomes an extra storage space. And then we flip this kind of console up, and you have another storage cubby right here. This one's a little smaller. This would be like, you put like some change or something in there, and then there is another cup holder that you can pop out here. This thing's full of surprises. We just fold that right back up, and we're gonna close this lid here. Yeah, so that's it for the front cabin. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna flip it back into park with our e-brake on. We're gonna hop on out. That's the front. Really nice solid door. Oops. Looks like I only opened the front door. There we go. We go inside here. So this is the back seat. So like I said, it's the same size relatively as a Mazda 3. You just get the higher ride height, and actually it's quite spacious in here. So I'm about 6'2", and I have a few inches of room here still. And even if my legs were pressed up right against the seat, these seats are actually hollowed out. So that's really nice. So that way, if you're a taller individual and you're sitting in the back for like a short kind of road trip or something, and you have your legs right up against here, you're not gonna be kicking the driver in the back, which is very helpful on the highway. Very, very helpful. I don't like getting kicked in the back. We fold this down, so we have two extra sets of cup holders here. These are actually raised, that I'm just finding out now. This is great. This is also a nice tour for me, since I'm brand new to this field and this dealership. I'm kind of learning along with everybody here, which is super cool. We can learn together, and if any of you guys come down for a test drive on this particular model or any other model, we can kind of go in. I'll show you what I know, and if I don't know anything, I can ask somebody and we'll get the answer together and kind of learn as a team. That's cool. So we have that same kind of, if we look over here, we have that same kind of carbon fiber detailing on the back door sills as well as the front to kind of carry it into the back seat here. And these seats, I'm pretty sure, will fold down. Yes, they do. Yeah, so we'll go like, nope. Yeah. Here, I'll hop out to make this a little bit easier. Kind of go here, and we're going to press this in. So that is going to drop the seats down. So you can have some extra cargo room if you don't have any rear seat passengers. And we have the rubberized floor mats on the bottom. Mazda also we also provide you with the cloth ones from the factory. We like to put all of our new vehicles in with those rubberized floor mats for that all-weather kind of thing, just because of where we are. It can get quite wet during the winter and the fall months. So we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna close that up. And I'm gonna grab the key and just switch this off here because we don't need it to be on anymore. Go ahead and close the door up. And so if we're looking at the key fob, it's a nice sleek design. There's no buttons or anything because the buttons are all on the side now for the newer ones. Yeah. Looks like there's no trunk release on this one. Interesting. So you got your backup camera right there. And then, oh, and there's the button for the tailgate. Now we can open up. So you got your cargo cover here, which is nice if you don't want any passerbys to see what you got in your cargo bay. Nice little thing. We have the car seat straps and everything there. And yeah, I think that's about it. We're gonna go ahead and close her up. Yeah, so this has been a little tour of the 2021 Mazda cx-3. Let me know what you guys want to see. And if you want to come down and check this vehicle out with me, you can come in and just ask for Jason, and I will be happy to show you this vehicle, and maybe we can take it for a little test drive so you can see how it handles. It handles quite well. It handles quite well for, yeah. Anyway, yeah, so we'll see you all soon.